And hello fellow Tiger Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in the T95E6 Tier 10 American medium tank. Yes, boys and girls, I love this tank and I play this tank quite a bit. Every time I have a bad stretch I get into this or Kampfpanzer 50T. These are my go-to tanks right now, but in today's game what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about Lemming training in today's meta, because it seems to me that ever since the merge of PlayStation with Xbox, most of the team tends to go one way, and when that happens it weakens your flanks significantly. On small maps maybe the impact is not as big, but on a big map like El Alamein it's definitely problematic. So as you can see, we are in the encounter mode, and whether it's distraction or encounter, it also triggers the team to go into single direction. Although lately it's been a huge trend. So on this map I like to come in the center, especially if it's an encounter, to see what is gonna happen. But then I look at the distribution of my team and see what happens. Yes, that's exactly what you see. Everyone going in the same direction. There's a TD at B5 as well as a medium tank at B6, but that's about it on the north side of the map. So because I was already in a crossfire early in the game, I decided to drop, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work. And my medium tank is doing the right thing. The standard B over there, he's doing the right thing. He's going to the strong side, and that's usually what you should be doing. You should be trying to help support the strong side at this point in time, because if you can actually push this through, then it is easier. If you win a flank, you can turn around and defend the other side of the map. So that's exactly what I was trying to do here, but in between I was looking at shots as well at these guys that are in the center of the map. As you can see, I'm looking at this E100 right here, but I have no shots. So we're gonna try to climb up a little bit here and see if we can get shots at him. As you can see, I switched to heat because from the position that I was in I could only see his turret. I was expecting shooting at his turret, but I didn't have a shot. But eventually I climbed a little bit higher here and I have shots at him right here. The last shot bounces. Now in a split second you'll see we'll switch to a different view. Unfortunately I ran out of hard drive, so I wasn't able to record full game in a first person, so there will be portions of this game in a third person mode, but it doesn't matter. You will get the message as to what I'm trying to tell you. Right here we're in a third person mode. So what do we do now? What I find myself doing in situations like this, like I mentioned to you earlier, I either gonna try to push the flank with the team, or I'm gonna try to defend the other side or the back lines of our team, right? Because that's very important. You don't want the opposition to be putting shells into the rears of our TDs and our tanks. So as you can see here, I stopped for a split second because I'm trying to make that decision. I'm trying to see where my team is sitting and whether I'm gonna have any support if I turn around and if I try to defend this area right here. We see this T-54. We're gonna try to put a shell on the move. Yes, we do. I don't know how that comes off because the gun on this tank is not very accurate. But I've noticed that I have TD sitting in the middle at G3, so I knew I'm gonna have support. At the same time, I was hoping this TD on my left would drop, but he got tracked and he's in no man's land. He's gonna get taken out in no time because obviously he doesn't carry a repair kit. I don't know how that's possible. Anyway, this E5 is not paying attention to me, so we're gonna put a shell into him, and now we're gonna drop. And what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to bait these guys in here. So I want them to come after me. I'm the bait. My TDs provide the firepower. RD, as you can see, our RD at H1, actually he played a good game. He dropped a little bit there and he's sitting at H1, but he's dropping a little bit further and he's gonna support us at the same time. So I've noticed this STB or STG right here, so we're gonna try to come up and put a shell into him, but I already overcommitted and I didn't have gun depression, so I went a little bit too far. That was actually a bad move. I shouldn't have given up my HP right there to T125, but because I did that, I've baited him to come out all the way, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. But then he noticed our TDs and he started paying attention to them, so because he's doing that, I can hit him in the lower plate in between the shots. Now none of these guys on my right hand side, the opposition, they don't have shots at me because they don't have gun depression, obviously, right? So I'm gonna utilize this position to the best of my abilities. While E5 is taking shots at my tank destroyers, in between his shells I come up and I punish him, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Unfortunately, that crit, I don't know how that came out. That was a perfect shot in his lower plate. Already hits him again right there. We hit him yet again. He takes out one of our TDs, but it doesn't matter. I should out reload him, and he's calling for help right there, as you can see. So we take him out of the game. So now that we stopped opposition's push, we can begin the counter push. So there is one more tank over here, a medium tank, Russian T94, I believe, and he's right here. So we're gonna go after him at this point in time. I have a lot more HP than he does, so we should be able to take him out of the game. We're gonna try to look for gun depression right here. I don't want to overexpose in this situation. I don't know how he hits me. He must have hit me in my cupola, and I fluffed that shot. So we're gonna try to do it again, and this time we should be able to take him out of the game. Yes, we do. And we're constantly on the move at the same time. We're constantly on the move because the RD is looking at us. So we want to make sure we lose this 6th cent. Now I'm gonna try to go in the middle right here and help our Andre the Giant. I was hoping I could have shots at these guys from here. As you can see, there's a little opening there. So I was hoping I could save this guy, but I cannot find any shots in this position. So I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer. At the same time, I'm telling him to follow me. I was hoping he was gonna drop into the open where we are so that we can help him, because where he is in that valley, in that dip, he basically, no one else can help him. Maybe Artie can help him a little bit, but no other guns can hit these guys in this location. So I was on my way here, and then all of a sudden he gets taken out, and I was like, okay, that's not good. But they don't know which side I'm coming from, so I decided to approach him from a different side from here and catch their backs, potentially put one shell into Jagdpanzer E100, because he's the big gun that we should be worried about. Now that I hit him and he knows that I'm here, I'm gonna disengage because he started turning around. So we're gonna try to come back here into the open again for 2 reasons. 1, my RD, I have my RD support. 2, I want to get the Patriot out from staying with the TD. If I can get them separated, I can definitely engage and take out the Patriot, and then worry about the Jagdpanzer E100 second, right? So my last location was there. I kind of was hoping the Patriot would come out on the same side, and he did. He was chasing me, and now I'm just checking if the Jagdpanzer E100 is coming from this side. He's not, so we're gonna go over the ridge over here. We're gonna use our gun depression here still to take out the Patriot. At the same time, I'm paying attention to my right hand side because the Jagdpanzer E100 could have hit me. But a standard B has showed up, so we should be safe. And now we have Jagdpanzer E100 in a pickle. What we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to approach him from the side. Here we go, back in the first person mode, which is great. Let's try to go around him right here. He's paying attention to our standard B at this point in time, so it should be an easy poke and shoot him in the side, and that's exactly what we do. We take him out of the game. So just like that, we brought the game closer. We managed to stop the enemy's push on the weak side only because I had support from my friendlies. I had support from my RD, I had support from my TDs, and I used them to my advantage. So in your games, pay attention to that, guys. Pay attention to what the positioning is of your friendlies and whether they are in a line of fire that they can support you, and then you can act like a bait the way I did here. Anyway, so there's one more tank missing, and it's a stockade. I'm assuming because he wasn't in a fight for quite a while, I'm assuming that he must be somewhere in here AFK. So I was looking at my damage number right there, and I'm thinking, you know what, this could be an ace if I could find him first, get a first hit of damage, then track him, potentially get some assisted damage. And as I thought, he's AFK, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop, we're gonna aim up at his track, and we're gonna take his track off. At the same time, I'm gonna come closer, go to the other side of this tank. Well, first we're gonna retrack him so that when our standard B approaches, this guy's tracked. And there we go, we get some assisted damage, and now we're gonna nicely take him out of the game. Very nice game, but regardless of the result, I just wanted to show you guys how I deal with the team that Lemming trains going towards one side. And that's exactly what I tried to do here. And this game came out pretty good, but there are many games that I can't pull out because it's just not possible. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit checking out.